Hi, I'm Angie Orr. I'll be directing tonight's plays. I want to welcome everybody. But first, progress.
Hello, everybody.
Invasion. Two words from our manager. What are you? I just want to say a word or two before Nancy speaks. As you know, we have lucked out at this library with branch manager. When our former one left, we thought, oh, gosh, what's going to... She is so supportive. She's behind us 150%. Nancy Sampson.
Hello. Welcome to the final evening of the evening performance of the Readers Theater. There's an encore performance this Saturday at 2 p.m. So I just wanted to welcome you. And there will be, right after, okay, I just want to welcome everyone. I'm very glad to be here. And as of March 11th, I've been here exactly 1 year. And I ain't going anywhere. So I'm glad you're here to enjoy this wonderful performance that they're going to be putting on. So without further ado, back to the interview.
See how lucky we are, believe me. Before I start tonight's show, our first play, I am dedicating I always do that, dedicate it to someone. I also want to thank Damian Olson, who does all the sound, comes in, sets up everything. He's done it year after year. Fine-tune all those headsets, everything. So thank you, Damian. But tonight we have a special person that we are dedicating the show to. You know, I also want to thank our creative director, Richard.
All right.
Richard Edwards. I'm going blank today. This is terrible. But anyway, there's one person in our group who has year after year after year, since I can remember, we're in our 11th year, has done everything. Labeling, printing up the scripts, putting them in binders, sending out notices. I mean, just incredible workload. Anyway, I'm dedicating this performance tonight. What did she do? She crawl into the chair?
I didn't.
Miss Jane Erla. She's also in the past performed, among everything else she does. Anyway, thank you, Jane. You just carry a load that I don't know how you do it. Our first performance tonight is called The Interview. It's by A.R. Gurney. And our readers are Damian Olson playing the teenage son, and Peter Andrews playing his father. The scene takes place in a car. Curtain.
So,
What?
how did it go?
Oh, hold it, Dad.
I just want to know how the interview went.
It went okay.
Did your hearing aid bother you during the interview?
No.
Batteries let you down or something?
No, they're fine.
So why are you fussing with them now?
What?
I'm just asking if you had to adjust your hearing aids during the interview.
No.
You didn't,
No.
but you were fussing with them now.
I was just putting them back in.
Why?
So I can hear you, Dad.
I see. Now wait a minute. Were you wearing them during the interview? I'm asking you a question, Kenny.
What?
Were you wearing your hearing aids during the interview?
No.
What?
You're hard of hearing or something, Dad?
Why weren't you wearing them?
I didn't want to.
You chose not to wear your hearing aids during a crucial interview for one of the finest colleges in the country.
Right.
Why?
What?
You heard me, Ken. I asked you why you weren't wearing your hearing aids.
Because I wanted to come across without them.
Come across? What do you mean, come across?
Be myself.
Kenny, my dear friend, we are talking about your future. If they admit you there, it would make a major difference in your life afterwards.
I know that, Dad, but I had to see if I could do it.
And did you?
I did okay. After all, it was just one-on-one, she and me in her office. Nobody interrupting, no extra chatter echoing around the room, and I kind of knew the drill. So I could really concentrate and read her lips and see her expressions, all that stuff.
Notice you're wearing them now quick enough.
Yes, Dad, because you're driving the car and looking at the road, so I can't always read your whole face while you're talking.
Fair enough. The point is, the interview went well.
It went okay.
Well, anyway, she must have known you were hard of hearing.
Why do you say that?
Well, your guidance counselor at school must have sent on the information.
No,
No,
I asked him not to.
you asked your guidance counselor not to send out the information about your handicap.
Yes,
Not to any of the colleges you applied to?
right.
Kenny, for God's sake, why?
Because I don't want to be a special case.
Oh, Ken.
I've got good SATs, I've got good references from my summer job.
Working with disabled kids, I might add.
So what? And I was runner-up in the interscholastic high hurdles last year, so the colleges can judge me on all that stuff.
Plan to wear your hearing aids when you get to college?
At times and places of my own choosing, Dad. But I don't want to get accepted because I'm some disadvantaged deaf kid who needs special care.
Well, so be it, it's your life. Besides, it sounds like you got away with it anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, you said your interview went well.
I said it was okay,
Just okay.
up to a point.
What point?
Well, toward the end of the interview, we both got slightly off track.
Go on.
Yeah, it was weird, actually. She was talking about the summer reading requirement, which happened to be Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. And I thought she was talking about my senior science project at school.
How could that happen?
I think we got our signals crossed on the word mole.
Mole?
There are moles in chemistry measurement, Dad, and there are moles in the British Secret Service.
So you misunderstood each other.
We got all tangled up.
So, what did you do?
I got up and left.
Walk out?
I had to, Dad. I mean, I was polite and said thank you and shook hands, all that, but I had to leave. I knew we were in trouble and it might get worse, so I got out while the getting was good.
She must have thought you were nuts.
I don't know what she thought.
You could have said, "Excuse me, but I'm hard of hearing."
I didn't want to say that.
Well, sir, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do something about this.
Dad, no!
Sorry, Kenny, but I have to. Your future is on the line here. May I have the admissions office, please?
Please, Dad?
What was the name of the woman who interviewed you?
I won't tell you, Dad.
This is Howard Klein. My son Kenneth was just there for an interview. May I speak to whomever interviewed him? Ah, Miss Novak, thank you.
Oh, Dad, I can't stand this.
Miss Novak, I'm the father of Kenneth, whom you just interviewed. Yes, he told me. He's embarrassed about that, and I'll tell you why. He's very hard of hearing, Miss Novak, and he didn't want you to know. He's a bright, wonderful boy and a sweet athlete, but I think you should know. What? Yes, all right. Hold on, I'll see if I can arrange that. Ken, she wants to speak to you.
Why?
Who knows? Come on, hurry, she wants to speak to you.
Hello? Yes? Really? Thank you, Mrs. Novak. Goodbye.
What did she say?
She said she could tell I was deaf all along.
Does that upset you?
Not at all.
Good.
You know how she could tell?
How?
She said I leaned toward her on everything she said, and my whole face responded actively.
That's true enough. That sounds like you.
And she said, "You sure you want to hear this, Dad?"
Of course I do.
She said that when I talked, I was equally expressive, as if I was reaching out to her in a special way. Something like that.
Sounds like a lovely lady.
She said if more candidates could talk that passionately and listen that intensely, her job would be that much easier.
Wow. Sounds like you nailed that interview, Kenny.
Guess I did.
Well, let's get home. Your mother will be thrilled to hear this.
Miss Novak said something else too, Dad.
I'm all ears.
She said if I decided to come there next year, I might consider majoring in drama.
Drama? Why drama?
She said that all the best actors speak intensely and listen intensely, as if their lives depended on it. That's what I did in my interview, so I should try acting.
Well, when you get to college next fall, you can tell Miss Novak, or better yet, the dean, that you hope to concentrate intensely on chemistry rather than drama, and that you'll need to sit in the front row and probably have to record the lectures besides. May I assume you'll do that?
Maybe.
What?
Keep your eyes on the road, Dad.
Curtain.